Peace and blessings. Today I want to talk about boundaries, specifically around giving out your phone number to people on the internet. And this has been something that has been rolling around in my in my mind for a couple of days. And it's ironically just had an encounter with someone. And so I just want to talk about it because I think it's important. And before I even get started, I know that people feel differently about giving out their phone number. For some people, they think it's a normal thing. Other people, especially if you are like me, maybe you have experienced some sort of violation, some sort of stalking, some sort of misuse and abuse of that privilege, then, and if you're more discerning, then you may not be as willing to just give out your phone number to someone randomly. So the way that I look at it, our phone numbers are linked to so many different things. It's almost like giving out your social security number at this point, because the people, your contacts that are in your phone, you can upload them to Instagram, you can have it connected to Facebook, you can have it connected to a million different websites, and these people can now interact with you. So, hey, thank you for joining. So that's one aspect, is that I don't necessarily want to have, and I don't link my contacts to anything because I don't want to connect with everybody in my phone in certain places. But in the dating sphere, oftentimes, if you've ever used like a dating app or whatever, a lot of times men, they just want to get your phone number, and they're like, I want to get your phone number so we can talk and get to know each other. But in my mind, I'm thinking that's the whole point of this site, right? We can get to know each other without exchanging personal information. Therefore, if it turns out that this does not work, that the conversation's not going anywhere, then we haven't wasted each other's time as much. No one, has anybody's phone number. Hey, sis, because one of the things that I've had happen, and I can't say that this person did it for certain, but after, I was like, this isn't going to work. Please stop, calling me, texting me. This ain't it. I started getting all this spam stuff to my phone. Like, it was disgusting stuff, perverted stuff, and I have children. So I don't want my child, especially my 6-year-old Savvy, picking up my phone and there's some disgusting picture of body parts that she does not need to see. Also, a lot of men will send you pictures of their body parts. Again, you're not going to DM that or text me that type of stuff because I value my peace and my safety. So one of the boundaries that I have is I don't give out my phone number right away. And what I've noticed is that a lot of men have a hard time accepting that. So instead of saying, okay, cool, I understand that, let's continue the conversation here, then it becomes them trying to explain why I need to give them my phone number, questioning, things like, well, how are we going to get to know each other? And saying if you're serious about getting to know me, then you would give me my phone number. But I look at it like this. So me deciding that giving out my phone number is only going to occur after I've established that there's some sort of rapport, that there's some sort of intrigue or something that's we need to have a conversation, then I'll be okay, let's exchange numbers. But if you cannot, first of all, even hold a conversation via text through whatever application we're using, I'm not giving you out my phone number. And I'm definitely not going to give it to you so that you can text me. Historically speaking, most interactions where women are exchanging their phone numbers result in just text messages. WID, HRU, good morning, beautiful, but not always phone calls. So I'm not going to give you my phone number so you can text me all day, because we could have just stayed in said application for that. But so for me, that's a boundary. Me deciding I'm in control of when I give out my phone number, if and when I want to, is a boundary. So for you to question my boundary, for you to continue to go back and forth with me on that, lets me know that you're not going to respect any of my boundaries, period. And I know some people be like, girl, it's just a phone number. It's not even that serious. Oh, but it is. Oh, but it is. Right. I want conversation. I'm not going to give you my phone number so we can text back and forth. That's stupid. I need to do things. I want to talk to people. And a lot of times I feel like people or men just want to collect phone numbers. Oh, I got her phone number. But you say that you want to get to know me, but you can't even have or hold a conversation with me via text on this app. So how, like, make it make sense? Or am I tripping? So, and I wish I could see the messages now, but it's just like a whole lot of, oh, well, how are we going to get to know each other? I'm not going to get to know. The same way you're texting me this stupid shit is the same way that you can be like, okay, well, what do you think about this? Or let's talk about that. And like I said, if I feel like there's the potential for, you know, first of all, for my safety, for my peace of mind not to be disturbed, and for you not to be some crazy person who's gonna like blow my phone up, send me a whole bunch of junk. Like, I need to make sure that you're sane and that me giving you my phone number is not going to disturb my peace in any way, shape, or form. Exactly. Like, I am a grown-ass woman. I'm tired of, I don't want to text. If you cannot pick up the phone and have a conversation, you don't need my phone number to begin with. Like, period. Point blank, end of story. That's it. And I'll ask, like, so if I give you my phone number, what are you going to do? Are you going to text me? Oh, well, let's exchange numbers to text. For what? I'm not 12. I'm not 12. And for me, that's why I tell women, like, be mindful of that. And I don't know what other people do, but for me, like, having that as a boundary is so key. And it helps me to weed out, hold on, some sun. There we go. Weed out a whole lot of BS. Because it shows you, like, who's going to respect your boundaries. The same way he's saying, like, oh, well, you know, if you really wanted to get to know me, if you really respected me and my rights, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Like, we would be on to the next thing. But now the conversation can't go any further because you didn't get what you want. And now you're butthurt and you don't understand why you did not get what you want. And so that is like the craziest thing for me. So I'm trying to, okay, well, it's just going to be what it is. The sunlight is just streaming in. I love it. But I think it's just really, really interesting why so many men or people feel entitled to your information and just how they go about things. And I think too, if you are a man that is watching this, a lot of, yeah, you can give out a Google Voice number. That's smart too. A lot of women have been victimized by men. So us not giving you our number is often more of a safety issue than anything else. Because nowadays you can put in somebody's phone number. You can find out all types of information with somebody's phone number. And like, it's a safety issue. A lot of men have been proven to be disrespectful, sending pictures of their body parts unsolicited. You can catch a charge off of that. If a minor happens to pick up that phone and see it, and that parent presses charges, you can catch charges behind that shit and become labeled as a sex offender. So stop sending pictures of your body parts unsolicited. It's disgusting. It's not cute. And it says a lot about you. And that's another reason why women don't want to give out their phone numbers. You're not using it for meaningful conversation. It seems like people are just wanting to collect phone numbers just to have a data bank or a library of people to have access to, but you're not getting into conversations. You're not trying to get to know people. And I think that is very key. But again, if you have a boundary when it comes to dating, whether it's meeting people online, and this person like just found me on Facebook and sent me like a private message, and it was like, oh, well, here's my phone number, text me, call me. And so these are the words that I always say because it shows a lot. I'm not comfortable giving out my phone number yet because I don't really know you. So now I've already let you know that this is like a safety issue with me being comfortable. And the fact that you continue to overlook that, red flag number 8. And then when I say I don't feel that it is safe to give my phone number out to a stranger, We can continue, messaging or talking, through, here if you would like, but I don't feel safe giving out my phone number. And you continue to press the matter. You let me know that you don't care about my safety, that you don't care about my feelings, and again, that you don't care about my boundaries. So for me, then that's when the conversation stops. I don't have to explain myself as a grown-ass woman why I don't want to give you my phone number. I don't have to explain anything. The time that I tell you that I'm uncomfortable, that this does not feel safe for me, that's the answer. That's the explanation, period. So we really need to start respecting people's boundaries, no matter whether we agree with them or not. It's not up for debate. It is what it is. And so people and honestly, I have tried online dating, I would say maybe in the past year or so, and it usually ends up one of a few ways. So most of the times I don't give out my phone number. Those conversations just die because they're not willing to continue communicating through said app. Of the few that I have given my phone number out, it was just WID, HR, not even full sentences. No phone call, it just never went anywhere. So there's no benefit in me giving out my personal information at this point. So that's just how I feel about it. But like I said, that is a boundary. When you go into dating, whether it's in person, online, however you choose to meet people nowadays, it is draining. Yes, you have to have some boundaries for yourself. Not giving out my phone number right away is one of my boundaries. And I have it for good reason, because personal experience has taught me that a lot of y'all don't know how to handle phone numbers, let alone use them. So there's no purpose for me doing that. And it shows me whether or not you're going to respect me, and whether you value the things that I say, and whether you're truly interested in getting to know me. Because if you were really that captivated, it wouldn't matter if we was, sending notes through owls or pigeons, or, old school pen paling it. You would be getting the message to me however, in whatever way that you could get it. So just some food for thought today. This was definitely something that had been on my heart and mind. So I'm grateful that I came on and shared. And let me know if this is something that you have also experienced in dating. Let me know how do you feel about giving out your phone number? Are you like me? That's something that you do once you build up a rapport and you feel that you felt this person out? Or are you just okay handing out your number? So I would love to know how you handle that, and any feedback as well in regards to that. So yes, it's interesting because I like playing around in the online dating space. I shared a post a few days ago that talked about viewing dating as an experience and not an outcome. And that is why, when certain things happen, it doesn't necessarily hurt me. This bothers me because it's such a routine pattern, and I don't think that men really understand what women go through when it comes to receiving unsolicited pictures, when it comes to harassment, when it comes to being bored and drained with lack of connection and conversation. So maybe I hope that this might shift men's perspective and perception of conversations and how to connect with a woman differently as well. But it's fun. It can be fun, and like I said, because it's an experience, it allows you to learn, and it also is an opportunity to practice upholding your boundary. So for me, if I'm no, I'm not giving out my number right away, I'm gonna stick by that. Because if I break that boundary, then what am I doing, right? I'm setting myself up. And so whatever boundaries you have, if you struggle talking about yourself, that dreaded question, so tell me about yourself, that's an opportunity for you to practice. What do you want to tell people? How do you want to present yourself? Things like that. So use dating as an experience. You'll also start to fine-tune your senses. I like to call it really intentional dating. of like kind of, and you can also feel and read people's energies. I had to do this with my oldest daughter. We'll look at pictures of people and I'll just be like look at their eyes and tell me like, what vibe do you get, what you feel from this person. So definitely pay attention to how someone is presenting themselves, the energy that you feel when you're looking at their pictures, the type of pictures you posted. On the Blurred Dating Instagram account, there was a post that was saying like something, if he posts pictures with money or something, like get out. And I agree with that 100%. Pictures with middle fingers up. Hey sis, good afternoon. Money, just weird stuff that you are just like not into. Like, be mindful of how someone is presenting themselves and how that translates to you. Like, take all of that into account because it matters. And the more you start to go into it with intention and knowing what your boundaries are, what you will and will not accept, the easier that it is for you. And again, like I said, just look at it as an experience. It's not an outcome. Not giving someone your phone number and they being like, oh, well, you gonna miss out or blah, blah, blah. You're probably not missing out on anything, because what is truly for you is always going to be for you and will not pass you by. So just trust yourself, stick to your boundaries, and yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I adore you all. I hope that you're having a beautiful start to the week. If you click the link in my bio, there are some goodies there. You can download my free guide to the energy of love. There's also a link there where you can book a free love activation call with me to discover your next step in manifesting your abundantly ever after. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will